Hello again, everyone. Ambassador Terry here with another First Fridays with Ambassador Terry and friends. And this month I have a dear friend and colleague, Dr. Rajat Sharma of United Nations Activists for Climate Change Council. And he's got a big job to talk about. And we're going to talk about the big job of climate today and what it means about being in business in this age. And Dr. Rajat, my friend, I am so happy to have you on here to have this discussion. So welcome. And we got started a little late, ladies and gentlemen, because we had some technical issues. And then the two of us started talking about what we're going to talk about today. I said, wait, we got to turn this on. This is too good. So, we are having some issues, ladies and gentlemen. You hear about them every day. And yes, there are some naysayers out there that says, this is the halfway point between the ice ages and all those kinds of things. Well, that's true. All right. I don't argue with that. I do argue with people who think that the massive amounts of pollution in the waters, in the oceans around the world and all that stuff doesn't matter, because it really does matter. Okay, we're going to have a massive die-off here in the not too distant future, and us humans are going to stop, and something else is going to start growing. And we get to talk about that right now, and it's near and dear to my heart, as well as my friend Rajat here. You got some thoughts starting out.
Yes, it is actually very serious wake-up call by the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres. And we should wake up now to understand that changing in the weather, changing in the situation. So it is not a global warming. I completely agreed. It is a global boiling, and we are feeling that. And we can inform to everyone who is hearing this interview, kindly wake up and think about the earth, think about the planet, because we have so many plans, but we don't have planet B. So we have to save the planet. And I am very happy today, my friend, Mr. Terry Earthwind, is giving me chance to speak with you all over the world. And I'm very thankful. And again, I request you, please understand the warning of the global boiling. This is the very big, very deep wake up call. Kindly wake up in there. And I can say the renewable energy, clean energy is the very big way to solve the pollution, solve the environment, save the planet. Our country, India, and many countries, including China, America, UK, they are moving to electric vehicle to save the oil, to not save the oil even, it save the pollution, save the environment. So my dear friend, we are working on that, and I hope you are there with us to work together to save the planet. This is the time.
Absolutely. The time doesn't expire. I spoke, I brought this up earlier. Climate change isn't coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's now here. Okay. It is present. And, there's a lot of continents and countries around the world and people who do not have direct witness to what's going on around the world, who are now in direct witness. Look at North America. North America, part of it's burning, the other part's flooding. And what's not burning and flooding is boiling. Record heats from all recordings. And fires breaking out in the Eastern Mediterranean. This is real. This is real, okay? And if you've ever been caught in a fire of some magnitude, much less a forest fire, it is severe, and it's very quick. It just jumps. It can surround firefighters in less than a minute if the wind starts twisting. And the wind starts twisting because of the massive heat from the flames. They start their own fire tornadoes. That's just one thing. America and a number of different places around the world it's just super, super hot and dry. Anything can burn. Okay. Well, there's another ancillary reason why we should be taking a serious look and be present with that. And that is the fact that any material, science will prove this, any material as it warms expands. As the earth crust gets warmer, it too expands, making it more vulnerable for volcanic eruption. Okay. Known active volcanoes out there, they can certainly start up anytime, but there's some volcanoes out there that haven't blown in several 100 million years that could blow anytime. All it takes is one expansion at the right time with the amount of pressure it needs, and boom. Okay.
Correct.
So all of that is real too. And all of this is in control of us. We have full control of this, ladies and gentlemen. It cannot be overstated that this is very serious. And the fact is very simple. We humans are very smart people. Okay. We are very smart. And yet we could cause the very demise of the human race. Wipe it out. Okay. A mass extinction of a number of everything living right now, and maybe even most of what's floating around in the ocean could disappear. Well, the Earth's not going to do anything. The Earth is going to start anew. If you've ever watched vegetation right after a controlled burn off in a field or anything like that, there's new growth. Something new comes up. Only we won't be here. And ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about you and I and Dr. Rajat. We're talking about our grandkids. We're talking about Generation A never having a shot. This is B, C, and on down the road. This is very serious. Rajat?
Yes, even not today. Today we are living in 2023, but almost 130 years before, the scientist Svante Arrhenius, he in 1896, a seminar paper by Swedish scientist first predicted that changes in atmospheric carbon dioxide level could substantially after the surface temperature through the greenhouse effect. In 1938, Guy Callender connected carbon dioxide increase in Earth's atmosphere to global warming. Matter was started 100 years before, but we human is not caring. Is not caring. It is really very bad for our upcoming generation.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And ladies and gentlemen, we are having some discussions right now about sustainable stuff. Okay. Serious discussions. Dr. Rajat and I are very active along the sustainable routes because we just can't make things out of what we have and throw away the leftovers. We get to keep the leftovers and make them work again and again and again. Okay. I recently bought a really great fitting and comfortable golf shirt that's made, it's polyester, it's 100% polyester, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like silk. Okay. And it's all made from recycled polyester. And it was amazing. I decided to try one just to see. Okay. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe how comfortable it is. We just ordered us up quite a few more. But those are just little things. Okay. We are looking at wind farms in your yard that don't look like a windmill. Okay. We're talking about sustainable solar energy and all those. Yes. But there is new technology out there that works with wind flow. Yes. But also water flow. Okay. The natural flowing of the ocean back and forth can trigger turbines under the water that are facing both directions. So as the water comes in and in the evening or in the daytime, it's making electricity. And then as it goes back out to sea, it's making new electricity. So there's electricity being produced 24/7, whether there's any wind or not doesn't make as much difference, because now and then there is some place on the earth where there's no wind movement. Okay. Well, the Earth
Yes.
spins at a pretty fast rate, about 13,000 miles an hour. So for there to be no wind in any certain place, that's an amazing feat just by itself. And it's important. We're not talking to be on camera. We're talking to awaken and make aware, because the greatest orators of religious leaders and everything like that, they say the same things over and over again, but they change up the words, because at some point the message will get in and it'll stay in and changes are made. Okay. We're talking about the same thing here. I talk about the business side of it because business is the biggest contributor to all these problems. Okay. So if the businesses get in here and realize it's now time to reinvest in future technologies and let go of what they have, a lot of things are going to change. Rajat?
Yes. I feel that in the today scenario, when that Australian government report is coming, and they are also supporting the United Nations statement, the main greenhouse gas is actual, as I said, produced by the vehicle is carbon dioxide, but they also produce nitrous oxide and methane. The Australian Bureau of Statistics found there was a 20 million vehicle registered in Australia in 2021. Cutting down your transport emission could mean walking, biking, catching public transport when possible instead of traveling by car. Electric vehicle can also help reduce air pollution and cause significantly fewer greenhouse gas emissions than petrol or diesel powered vehicle. Even using grid electricity, the electric vehicle lead to less CO2 emission than equivalent petrol car. The climate change authorities also say the cut down on flight. We are also going, UNACC is also going to start the campaign within this month, the campaign will be making the awareness to the worldwide people. Kindly cut down your short flight. So these are the few region which we can save the planet. We can save uh, our planet. We can save our humanity. Everything is behind of that, and our government, Indian government, is also working very fastly for the renewable energy. Today we can say that India is on the third number of producing the renewable energy. In the solar sector, India is the number second in the world. So we appreciate our government who is that following very fastly, very seriously about the SDG Sustainable Development Goal, and especially they are focusing on the renewable energy. And worldwide, I have seen in the Sustainable Development Goal Index that Sweden, Denmark, many European countries are following very, very seriously about the renewable energy. The renewable energy only one of the big solution to save the pollution, save the emission, greenhouse gas.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, we hear it all the time. Well, those are little countries with small populations and blah blah blah. All of us are a single person. All right, one person becomes two, two becomes four, and it builds. We are all responsible for the future of our children and this earth that we're living on. There is no planet B. This is it. Okay. No matter what we want to do with Mars or the moon, those are fun and they're research and that helps us understand the earth better. But we're not going to go over there and put the humans on there to save the human race. That's just not going to happen. Okay. This is a massive extinction warning that we're talking about. Okay. I often say about when Henry Ford, the person who made the first automobiles, when he first started making the assembly lines, people wanted to have him thrown in a psych ward because that is just insane, stupid. Nobody's going to buy a car anyway, an automobile anyway, because we have horses. They go 20, 30 miles an hour. We're fine. Okay. Well, guess what? We got a lot of automobiles out there right now. And now we're even witnessing the initial tests of large tractor trailer units that drive themselves. Okay. There's a lot of things going on out there. Automation, yeah, is going to take jobs. No, it's going to change jobs. All right. Just because you don't have the opportunity to work in a livery stable in the middle of a city anymore, that means you do something else. Okay. And so that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a change of mindset and understanding that you and I and Rajat and everyone else, one person at a time, will change it all. Okay. And for the democratic countries out there who vote their leaders in, you have more control than you have any idea. Okay. Your vote gets people out of political office that are not supporting you in the earth. Okay. Your vote. Yes. One at a time. One makes 1, 2, 4, a new president, a new Senate or whatever. Okay. It means something. And there's something that I don't have it handy right now that's very powerful. There is a theory afoot, and it's been out for a couple of 3 decades now, and that is simply this. If no one on the earth bought a liter or a gallon of gas for 24 hours, the entire financial ecosystem would collapse because it's that sensitive. Well, we've got a new sensitive thing to think about, ladies and gentlemen. The climate itself, where the fossil fuels come from. Okay, we have to change that. And it's not have to. We get to one person at a time. Rajat?
Yes. I am not commenting that government is nothing doing anything. When I remember that in 1991, our renewable energy sources is just 2% in the world. In 2013, we reached 15%. But actual speed growing after the 2014. And even today, we are reaching overall 40% green energy, or we can say sustainable energy. And the government has wake up fastly last 10 years. We have seen the progress from 1991 to 2013 it is just a 14%, 13%. But today, we are reaching almost 43%, 45%. If we reach 60 to 65% in next 5 years, that will be big achievement to save the planet. We can say we are successfully reach our goal. This is why our aim, and UNECC is going to very fastly to make the awareness about that, about sustainable energy, have to adopt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a great discussion. I knew this was going to be fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of technology going on right now. You're seeing me in the eastern seaboard of the United States, and you're seeing Rajat in India, live, actual time. Okay? Everybody knows this, but this is real. A cell phone is as powerful as this laptop I'm working off of. Okay? And so my entire laptop and all of its programs and applications go with me everywhere I go. We have power one at a time, and we can make change. We get to make change right away. Business is going to build, and it's going to evolve into new things all the time. Dr. Rajat and I are getting ready to do another live with a dear colleague, Henry Wang, and we're going to talk about smart cities that are under control. Okay. Transportation from New York to Miami at about 600 miles an hour on a rail system that's not a railroad. Okay. That's amazingly fast, efficient, and it's going to change the way things are done. And obviously, if they can take passengers from point A to point B, then they can take freight from point A to point B. All right. There's a lot of things that are happening. You know, is it going to put drivers out of business? No, it's going to change their jobs. You know, we're not going to put a train on the rails doing a couple of 100 miles an hour and not have somebody sitting in the control room that can take over in an emergency and switch to manual. That's just reality. Okay. Can you talk about your smart cities just a little bit? India's doing some cool stuff.
Our prime minister came appointed as the prime minister. When he elected, he was announced 100 smart cities in India. Almost we have reached 45%, 48%, and we are successfully designed the smart city because our prime minister Narendra Modi has the vision that smart city should be a sustainable city which save the energy, save the planet, and many things. He was actually very hardly working to have this 100 smart cities, and it will be done in 2027. All the cities have no petrol vehicle, no fuel, fossil fuel vehicle. They only run by the electric vehicle, and the cities is also run by the sustainable energy only. This kind of 100 sustainable cities are coming in India. But what I want to say, the only pollution is not the main reason of this climate change, or we can say global warming. I want to say that what are the top climate change challenges today in front of the world, and we have to immediately start to save all these things. I just want to say the hotter temperature as greenhouse gas concentration rise, so does the global surface temperature is increasing. The more severe storms, you can see the tsunami and other type of that sea level matter and all, increase the drought, a warning rising ocean, loss of species, not enough food. We say that SDG goal, no hunger, more health risk after the COVID, poverty and displacement. These are the 7, 8 issues which have to be changed. Our India is reaching almost 42, 43% to cover the goal, all the 17 goals. And we hopefully, I can say, up to 2030, the India will be reached 75 to 80% all the sustainable development goal. And our prime minister is seriously considered about the climate change SDG 13. So I hope all the world should be wake up. This is the time to wake up. Again, I am saying this is the time to wake up, not only for the environment matter, the matter of no hunger, matter of no poverty, matter of clean energy, and all the SDG 16 goals, 17 goals. This all to be followed very, very seriously.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking about something else while Rajat was talking about that. In America in the early 1960s, air pollution was so bad that it caused chemicals and different stuff to be blown up into the air, up high in the air. And there was such a thing as acid rain. Okay. I was a direct observer of acid rain, eating the paint on my dad's brand new car. Okay. I saw it. And then all of a sudden, America says, stop. Okay. Clean this up. And it was only a couple of years where it was clean. Now, in modern times, it's still clean. Yes, we've got a ways to go in some countries, but they're working on it. You know, China gets a lot of beat up about their air pollution, but they're working on it. They're building self-sustainable mass apartment complexes and all of that stuff that uses plants and weather-resistant vegetation to keep the building warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. This is real now. but it's not fast enough. Okay. It can never be fast enough. All right. But when we're talking about this today and you're doing something about it tomorrow, pick up your keyboard on your computer and go someplace and complain. Go to your local representative in the national government and say, you know what are you doing to fix this? It's that bad. Okay.
I
So
have, yes, yes, I have seen that very negative effect if we not immediately wake up, because what are the effect of climate change on future generation, our upcoming generation, Mr. Terry? The wild climate change affect everyone, those who have contributed the least to the crisis, the children, those in poverty, and future generation are the most affected. Extreme temperature leave many families living in poverty with less food, less clean water, lower income, and worsening health. This will be affect completely the poverty group. Children's immune system are still developing, leaving their rapidly growing bodies more sensitive to disease and pollution. Extreme event can destroy homes, schools, child care center, and infrastructure critical to children's well-being. Drought and flooding. Have you seen that India, wherever the people are just waiting for the one drop of water, there is a high flood. Thousands of villages were going under the flood. This is the challenge. The drought and flooding can destroy crops and cut access to clean water. The UN warns that many families will have to choose between starvation and migration. But how long? How long? This is my question. So better we have to immediate get alert. We have to make alert to our neighbors. We have to get alert our society. This is the time to wake up to save the planet. Very crucial time. It's already started.
absolutely, absolutely. There's people in Jakarta and all over the place. They have no place to go,
Yes,
and
yes,
they live every day in water, a foot or so of water in their home because they have no place to go. And that accounts for somewhere around 60% of the world's population is going to be affected by high seas levels. Okay. As everything melts, the water
yes.
comes up and everything changes. Okay. We won't have Miami. We won't have New York City. We won't have Washington, D.C. We won't have a lot of cities, Shanghai. Okay. Delhi. All right. It, the whole oceans are coming up. All right. And they're not slowing down in any time soon because we're not focused on stopping the action. So what a conversation, Rajat. I knew we were going to be just
Thank you.
rolling because we're just different. We are brothers of different mothers, I'll tell you. We when we
And,
can
and,
start
and
talking.
I have one more point. I
Yeah,
hear that I hear that some very big multinational company is making the aircraft, or I can say spacecraft, to getting the passenger from Earth to Mars. I don't want to say that company name. That is very reputable company, as you know, understand. My protest 2 years before, kindly save first Mother Earth, then we can find out the other Earth. If our Earth is not healthy and we are planning to migrate on other Mars and other Jupiter planet, that is not solve our problem. That will not, that can be solved the problem for 100 people, 200 people. We have 800 billion lives. We have to think about the all 800 people. We have to think to put in the mind about the equality. So the rich people, top rich people can reach the planet Mars, can Jupiter. But what about 795 billion, the people from the middle class, lower middle class? They will just watch you to you are shifting to Mars, and they have to be witness of burning earth, boiling earth. So this should be not happening. We have to first our oath to save the Mother Earth. Why we Indians say that Mother India? Because we believe we born and care by the three mother. First mother is our own mother. She give a bond. She born. Getting the bond from her. The second mother is our earth mother, which is giving our survival. The third mother is cow mother, which the milk we are taking and we survive in our life. So believe this all natural thing. Be vegetarian. Be vegetarian is very important. When we eat non-vegetarian, it takes 70 hour time to digest, to consume. But in green vegetable, even FAO also suggested, recommending to start the green vegetable, which is just take 7 to 8 hour time, and our body will be perfect. So this all is affected our planet, affected our body. So kindly follow our discussion, and please, I again request to save the Mother Earth. This is our mother. No other planet can be our mother. There is no other planet B. Only this Earth we have to survive. We have to live. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ambassador Terry, very nice to talking with you. It is very fantastic interview. Very nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to be around for a while. I am for the next hour or so for sure. And I'll be watching this for a few days. Let us know what you think. Okay? Let us know that you just recycled something that you were about to throw in the trash.
Yes.
Thanks for now.
Thank you.